Hey out there, my safety fellows. Welcome to safetyradio.com. My name is Tom Sure, and today we have a special guest in our studio. René. Hello, and how are you? So good to have you here.
Yeah, hello Tom. I'm fine. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, good to hear that. Well, René, let's talk about your book, The Six Diamonds. You know, this interview here for our listeners is about Lockout, Tagout, and the used padlocks in the field. I have heard you're sold more books in English than in German. I mean, is that right?
Yeah, well, that's true. And once we started publishing the book in German, and quickly after that, we came out with the English version, and it goes like boom. Everyone wanted the English version, and I think that is not because of the language; it's just the specifics of the market. I mean, international wise, Germany is still a niche in that lockout tagout regard, and probably we need another 5 till 10 years to keep up with the international market in that.
Super interesting. Your book is meant to be a seminar book. To build up a whole system just by reading and working inside the book. That's pretty unique.
Yeah, I truly believe that, lining up the facts and how might be a lockout tagout system could work is not enough value for a reader. So I decided to put in a lot of exercises, and from chapter to chapter, you really go deeper and dig deeper into the topic of lockout tagout. But still, you're doing your own decisions, and you have just a good guideline where you feel, okay, this way could be right and this way could be wrong. But in the end of the day, my system becomes safer and safer.
I really like that. Now, Andy, one of our listeners, wrote us an email with a request to let you talk a little bit about padlocks and what is so special on them, from your point of view.
Well, first we talk about safety padlocks, and of course they are special. They are meant to be a visualizing system. They are meant to be a lifeguard, so to say, and there are specifics between brass padlocks, for example, or similar ones, and the real safety padlocks.
Sounds good. But where are exactly the bigger differences?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Tom. I would say we talk about the three big topics regarding to safety padlocks, lockout, tagout. First, we need to mention is the coloring. 9 up to 10 colors good manufacturers are holding in their range, and that gives you the opportunity really to put colors down to functions. Like electrical guys get yellow, the mechanics get blue, or contractors get green, and you can see from far away already what kind of function is working on the machine. Second, very important also is the keyways and the key sharding. You need to have enough keyways to really not having the situation that a couple of keys are the same, because there's no enough keyways in the system, especially if you have a lot of employees. So each padlock, each user, each key, and it's really one single system for each. If we talk about safety and personal protection on lockout tagout, the key sharding is the same. We need proper documentation to have a clean system, and only good manufacturers are offering key sharding that you really can rely on. The third point I would say is the key retaining, a security function on a safety padlock. Like, when you're not closing the shackle 100%, like you are under time pressure and you improvise and you're not really closing it fully, then you can't remove your key out of the cylinder. And most people just would not leave their key or other keys that are combined on the key ring inside the padlock once they leave the padlock for checking on machines. So we have here a security function. Only if the shackle is 100% closed, we can remove the key out of the cylinder. These three things are essential, to really provide a very, very safe, and that's why it's called safety padlock. And only professional manufacturers like Masterlock, Brady, or Abus are these three only on the planet, I would even say, that provide all these 3 points to their safety padlocks, and that makes definitely the difference.
Wow. That are some hot news, I would say. By the way, we have here, if you might wonder, some issues with René's microphone. Hope that's good now. So, if I get that right, you say, Professional manufacturers holding the 3 big points? And what is about all that cheap stuff out there? Should that be bought anyway?
Well, I would say you should really invest into your personal protection and also into the workplace safety. And yes, of course, I do understand some people are around there that are totally alone and secures just themselves. But there are 2 points I would say that also very interesting on professional padlocks. First is it's personal protection, and you should not save money on that. And second is, I mean, do you want your padlock lasting for a long while, being with you? I mean, don't get me wrong, but there is stuff in the market that probably won't last longer than 6 months. It's not always super clean where you work. There could be dust and other stuff. And high professional manufacturers really set up their padlocks the way that they guide you for more than 5-6 years. And I think that's a clever invest. So if you're saving up for $5 or $6 or $7 or euros, you will maybe pay the price differently, and that's not worth it.
Yeah. Great point here. I agree 100%. I think those information were what our listener Andy wanted to know too. Makes totally no sense to save money where your life could be in danger. Alright. Super great content here, René. Before we come to the end, you wrote a new book, and if I am not wrong, that's not about Lockout, Tagout, right?
Yeah, that's true, Tom. My new book, I started working on it about 1.5 years ago. It's called Say Yes to Safety. And it's a book about safety culture, how you install a safety culture, how you keep up with it once you did, and if you somehow stopped, where to restart to come back to a way you wish. And we start the English version, I guess, if I'm 100% right, it's February 2023.
I see. German release is 15th of November this year, but you said the pre-sale was like amazing?
Totally, yes. So good to see, and I'm so thankful that it seems to be the time where the mindset is right to come with information about safety culture and how important it is, besides all the things we implementate in the safety workplace field. And I'm super happy to see that, and I'm looking forward to have really an exchange with all the people that are interested in safety culture either.
Cool. I also think it's the right time and needed. Of course, we're looking forward for the English version, but if you can't wait out there, René's new book is available soon under d6diamanten.de. We link that, of course, down in the description. René, I could just talk another 5 hours. It's so much fun, but time is running. Thank you again for being our guest today. All the best to you and your books. We're looking forward for our next interview.
Yeah, the same, Tom. Thank you again for having me here. Looking forward for our next time. And yeah, see you soon. Bye-bye.
And for you, my safety fellows, check out the next interviews here on safetyradio.com. See you soon and stay safe. Yours, Tom Sure.